Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I've had a few people commenting on the wood cook stove here, and I thank y'all for your comments, for all the comments. I really appreciate them a lot. But I was going to take a minute and introduce you to the stove. I consider it a member of the family here. It's been in my memories as long as I can remember. It's set in the basement at my mom and daddy's house, and we would cook on it a lot of times in the winter. There's no telling how many New Year Eve parties I can remember growing up that this was involved in. The next morning after New Year's, they would fire this stove up and cook what we eat on New Year's Day, which was black-eyed peas or purple hulled peas, either one, cabbage or turnip greens, cornbread, and hog jaw. That's what we had every New Year's Day, as long as I could remember. So I have lots of memories attached with this stove. It means a lot to me. I can sit out here in the shop sometimes in the morning, drinking my coffee and looking at this stove, and there's just a flood of memories come back. But as far as I know, everything is on the stove except this handle. I tried to make me a handle for it, but I wasn't happy with it. I'm wanting a black wrought iron twisted handle for this, is what I'm wanting. I can still use it without the handle. There's a little place right here that you can get a hold of it to use. Now she's kind of dirty. She sits out here in this woodworking shop. I don't like to wash it. I just try to dust it off is what I do. And I'm fixing to have to fire it up and heat it up. And I think a lot of this will go away and turn back black whenever I do. If not, I may have to rub some kind of oil on it. I've never done that. But now I've just recently put her out here in the shop. She's been in my mama's house up until like the last 7 or 8 months ago, and she gave her to me. Other than the handle being missing, one other thing I know that's wrong with it, I'll try to show you. It's over in here in the firebox. I've got the handle that operates the firebox. Down in this firebox, there's some of this cast iron over here has been overheated. I can figure out how to get down in here. You have to take 2 or 3 things off to get there. Kind of neat how it comes apart, kind of like a puzzle. They had it all figured out back then, how to take things apart and put them back together so you can access a whole lot of this to clean it. And it looks like I need to get a lot of this ash out of here. But I hope you can see here, this part of the cast iron has been overheated and it's busted. I've got it just laying in here now. But this little tool works this trap gate right here. I'll try to show you how it works. So you put your firewood in through this door in here, and as it burns and you want to get rid of some of the ash and coals, you turn this lever. You turn the lever and it drops some of the wood and stuff out. But this being broke, that don't work so well on her. I usually just leave it like this right here, and I'll take a poker and stick in there and knock the stuff through. I wished I had this fixed, but I don't know how to weld this cast iron stuff myself. And it's not that big of a deal to me. I don't use it a whole lot, but other than that and the handle missing, everything else that I know of is with it. I can remember when I was a kid, I loved to be able to be the one to take it apart and clean it. It was just so fun to take apart and clean whenever you was a kid. It was just amazing how it all came apart and went together. I can remember when we was making cornbread in here, just a few minutes before we thought the cornbread was done, we would take our shovel and get some hot coals out from here and put in here on top of the oven box. That would brown your cornbread a lot faster. And if you wanted these eyes here to get hotter, you could take your hot coals and set it down under them and heat these eyes up more over here. These two eyes over here was more for just setting something to keep it warm. Most of our cooking that we done was on these two eyes right here, straight over the firebox. This part of the stove up here, I think that part is used to, like when they would make cornbread and pies and things, they'd put it up here just to keep the flies off of it and stuff. I think's what that was. I can't never really remember Mama using this up here much. Maybe setting some cornbread up there, but best I can remember, that's what they said that they would put their biscuits and stuff that was left over from breakfast when they were kids. If you came in hungry during the day, you always ran here and opened this up and got you a biscuit and meat from breakfast or from lunch. But I thank y'all for commenting about the stove. It sure does mean a lot to me to have it. I'm hoping to do some cooking on it here just pretty soon. It's not really been cold enough. There was a few days it was cold enough, but I was so busy at them days that I just didn't have time. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. It's been real fun to show it to you. I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.